Hey everybody, my name is Dwayne Blais. In this next video, we're gonna take a look at how to be evasive along the wall. Whenever a coach talks about a wall, right, or the yellow or the boards, it's probably one of the most important parts of the arena as far as making plays and being solid. If any player can get better at one area of their game in order to advance levels and move up, is getting better at pucks along the boards. Pucks are on the boards all the time. Whether it's a D rimming it or a forward dumping it or a goalie making a save and the rebound goes in the corner, just being able to pick up a puck off the yellow or the blue, that bottom piece of the boards is huge. So again, we've had a ton of videos on this, on how to keep your hand up and get your blade in a good spot. But how to set players up is huge. So if I've got a puck on the boards here, whether it's coming on a rim or down the boards, number one thing is I want to stop the puck. So I want that top hand to be up, my blade to be nice and cupped, right? If it's coming down on my forehand side, and then I'm on that yellow. So if my blade's up like this, now that puck is gonna end up coming underneath my blade. So I want that top hand up. Number one thing is gonna be stopping my puck. Now, if I've got a player right on me, then I'm in a battle, I've gotta keep my puck on the boards. If I can set a player up, so if I can let that puck come out here, and as that player's coming on me, I can pull it around and then make a play. Or if it's coming on my backhand side here, I can cup it, take a look, hold it here. If I've got a player coming down this side, then right away I can set him up and then spin off it nice and quick. Oftentimes, especially even at young ages when players are battling along the boards, but as they get older and they get into contact hockey, you'll see a lot of coaches teaching players to pin players, which is great. So if a player's on the boards, I'm here, that player's gonna come in behind and try to pin you up. What you don't want, so if you're the player on the offensive side and you've got the puck here and you're starting to get pushed in, you don't wanna let your hand go off your stick and get stuck with no leverage. So that leverage is gonna come from your hands. So as you come in, you're gonna absorb it here, and then you can always push off the boards and then create that separation again. So again, I try to keep my hands tight. I know that player's gonna come in and make contact or push my hips into the boards. Now I'm here, I can push off, and then I can still make my play. We've talked about this on other videos, but making sure that our top hand is up so that blade is cupped. If I drop my top hand, then that blade pops up, and if that rim comes to me, now I'm gonna lose that puck under my blade. And you see that often, especially at young ages. So getting that top hand up and that blade nice and cupped on the boards. So now that when that puck comes, I'm in a better spot to get it set, stop it, and then make a play on it. So if you are absorbing pressure, so if I've got Kevin coming in as a defender, coming in on me, he's pushing me up against the boards, how I'm gonna protect this puck is by using my hips and my legs. So right now, they're no use to me, but if I push off the boards a bit, now I can spread out, and now I can make my play, get my feet moving left or right, and then try to escape this pressure that I'm getting. So again, big thing here is not allowing that hand to get off and not allowing yourself to get in a vulnerable position where you can't get any leverage. So keeping your hands on your stick in a strong position, you know that pressure's coming, and then you can take that hit, make a play, and then push off and come out with that puck. One other really, really important piece is even before getting to that puck or to this battle is making sure that we're shoulder checking. We talk about this all the time, but scanning the ice. So as I come in here, I want to scan left and right so I know where players are. Now I can make a play with a kick maybe, or a move up the boards and make a play that's gonna make sense, obviously, because I've already scanned, I've already looked around and know where players are. And another one too, if I do get pinched up and I am stuck in here along the wall, our biggest asset here is gonna be our feet. So I want to keep that puck in my feet like I'm doing here with a bit of a V, and I can shield it from Kevin, or I can kick it and make a play. So I can kick the puck over, kick the puck down, and make a play. One thing that you see a lot of players do, especially smart players, is step on the puck. And I know that sounds silly because it is slippery, but just stepping on the puck like this makes it hard for guys to knock it away. But if I'm stepping on that puck, I can actually maneuver that puck a little bit better. I can either slide it down the boards, I can kick it, I can slide it out behind me, right? Rather than kicking it, I can just slide it out around me. But you will see some players every once in a while in a battle down low, just step on a puck like this and try to control it so they can make a play as they're under pressure or in a battle situation along the wall. So as we're working with players on wall play and getting pucks under pressure a little bit, number one thing we want to do is just have players do reps on picking up rims. So coming in the corner, shoulder check and picking up a rim, making a play. Right, and then add a little bit of pressure to that. So if we kind of add little elements to it, so number one, just picking up rims on their forehand, backhand side, right, making a play. And then number two would be adding pressure. So if I had Kevin with me here, and that puck's coming down here on the rim, right, I would look in, shoulder check, now I've got pressure, now I've got to read where he is. So if I feel pressure on this side of my body, then I want to try to take off on the opposite side. If I feel like Kevin's got pressure on this side right here, then I want to try to take off where there is no pressure. If Kevin's doing a really good job of defending me here and coming in, now I don't really have any outs. Now it's up to me to be deceptive and try to make a play either through Kevin, so through his stick, or set him up on one side or the other to get away. So if he is doing a good job of defending, maybe I come this way and then cut back the other way, right? But I need to add a little bit of deception in order to get away from that pressure as we're moving forward, right? So as I want to move that puck to my opponent or to my players on my team, I got to make sure that I lose Kevin or create some kind of a space to make a pass through his triangle or through his feet or around his body. And for Kevin to defend this, so if you're working with players obviously on picking up rims and making plays like this under pressure, we also want to talk to the players on how to defend it. And just going through this quickly, as the player coming in, so if Kevin's got the puck now, and let's say that puck gets rung, it's coming around here. If I'm defending it, I don't want to have my stick on one side of his body and not have any leverage on the opposite side. So as a left-handed shot here, if I come in here, he's got an easy out on that side. If I was a right-handed shot and I came in on this side with him, with two hands on my stick, now it's an easy play. The only time I want to come in with two hands on my stick is if I'm going to take his body out right away. If I am going to come in, I want to go one hand on my stick to pop the puck, and I want one hand on his hip to control his body. So if I'm coming in like this and Kev's here, I want to come in and try to flush with my stick. So try to knock that puck in, and I'm going to try to push on his hip here to try to move him around. So if he does try to go this way, I still have leverage with this hand to slow him up and then get my stick around his body. You see a lot of players, especially young players, doing this. So kind of helicoptering that stick up and over. I want to make sure that stick comes here and then around his feet and around his feet. We don't want to get called for tripping by being in between his feet, but we want that stick to be up and around. And again, this is stuff that's just learned as players practice it. So if we'll go through a little bit of, you go wherever you want here, Kev, I'll defend you. So we'll go through a little bit of speed here. So puck's gonna come down, Kev picks up his rim, and then now I'm defending, trying to keep him in here, trying to pop that puck. That's the penalty on Kevin. Kevin just got a 2-minute holding my stick penalty. But that's exactly it. And then Kev's gonna try to be deceptive, try to lose me, and I'm gonna just try to keep that stick on puck and knocking that puck away. Whenever coaches are working on wall play or rims, it's really important to start with the basics. So just warming up with just picking up rims, getting back to those fundamentals of keeping their hands in a good position, cupping their blade, picking up pucks as they're coming in off rims or as they're getting them in the corner, and working on that puck along the yellow or puck along the bottom of the boards. And as they're getting more comfortable with that, then adding pressure. And then talking about how to be evasive, how to set players up. You know, you look at good players like Sidney Crosby and McDavid, they are constantly setting players up. They're coming off the wall a little bit and then cutting back. They're showing the stick, so players are going at it and then they're pulling that puck away, making a play with it. So when you are working with your team, try to think of ways that you can add some elements to it, but also get them working under pressure a little bit and get them comfortable with adding some evasiveness, being deceptive, and again, trying to create as much time and space as they can on the ice.